Today is a very special day in the town of Islip. As many of you know, we have faced many challenges over the course of the last year, and municipalities all over Long Island face challenges. But as we have done in the past in the town of Islip, my colleagues on the town board have worked tirelessly to ensure that we can resolve our problems. But today is not about problems. Today is about excitement. Today is about new opportunities in the town of Islip. And we're very excited to introduce what we believe will be the next supervisor of the town of Islip. The purpose of today's conference is solely to introduce who the town board intends to select as our next supervisor. We're not here to talk about policy. We're not here to talk about our budget going forward, nor are we here to talk about Angie's plans to lead the town of Islip government. It's just an introduction. We plan to hold a variety of different press opportunities in the future where the town board, along with our intended supervisor, will lay out her plans and the town board plans as we move forward with respect to resolving the issues and taking care of our residents in the town of Islip. We recognize the importance and significance of selecting a supervisor. When this town board was presented with the opportunity, and we truly believe it to be an opportunity, that we have the chance to select the person who will lead town government into the future. And we hope not only this year, but we hope to have a successful election in November where Angie and this town board will continue to move forward over the next 4 years. Folks, I know this isn't the best kept secret, but this evening, this town board and I intend to pass a resolution that will appoint Angie Carpenter as our next supervisor, your next supervisor, and the next supervisor in the town of Islip. And as I indicated, we didn't do this lightly. We had the opportunity to discuss the proposal to be the next supervisor with many qualified candidates. But ultimately, at the end of the day, Angie had the qualifications that we believed would set the course in the town of Islip that this town board wanted to move forward with. As you know, Angie has been the county treasurer since 2006. Before that, she served for almost 13 years in the Suffolk County legislature. She is a civic-minded person. In fact, we had breakfast together at the West Islip Chamber of Commerce. Angie is a community leader. She's been so for a very long time, even before she was an elected person. She does things so far outside the county treasurer's responsibility, it's amazing to me. She is so involved with her community. She brought Toro to the town of Islip, specifically the Health Services Department in Bay Shore. Over the course of her tenure as the Suffolk County Treasurer, she has helped manage a budget of $3 billion. She's implemented mass public transportation program for the county of Suffolk. She was elected two times as the Suffolk County Treasurer by an overwhelming public mandate. She has worked with countless county executives. She has shown the ability to work across party lines to ensure that she is serving the best interests of our community. So while this is an amazing opportunity for this town board, it's truly an amazing opportunity for our residents, because we truly believe that as we all face many challenges in town government, we now are placing a leader in a position to ensure that going forward, our town will be successful. So I'd ask Councilman Flower if he'd like to add anything.
Yeah, I just want to maybe share. 20 years ago when I moved to this community, I got civically active in my community. And the first person I met was Angie Carpenter. I basically even look at her as a person, as a mentor, basically why I'm even in government. I was a business person, came into government, because she was a woman that was a businesswoman that got into government. And she's reached on both sides of the aisle. She looks with the work that she did when she was a legislator about working with the community in Bay Shore and help turning it around, working with all different people from different sides of the aisle to different sides of the tracks. She helped bring around that whole community. That's just one of many examples of how she knows how to sit down at a table, bring the right players, and get a problem solved. So it's an honor to be able to vote for her this evening. And
Thank you, Steve. Councilwoman Bergen?
Sure. This is a very exciting day here in the town of Islip. We are absolutely thrilled to have Angie joining us. She brings sound fiscal ideas to the town of Islip with all of her experience and her years as the treasurer for Suffolk County. So Angie, as a very good friend and a colleague, when I was a reporter, I used to cover the Ledge, and I would cover Angie for the 13 years that she was there. And when I went to go first run for office, the first person I sat down with was Angie Carpenter and said, look, this is what I'm thinking of doing. So she's a confidant of mine, she's a friend, she's a colleague, and I have the utmost respect for her, and I'm so excited that she's going to be joining us here at the town of Islip. Thank you.
Thank you, Trish. John?
Good afternoon, everyone. I'm extremely excited. Angie's a personal friend. We go back, I don't know, 40 years, Angie, or something like that. But what we have in Islip, we have a proven leader, a woman who cares about the county, the government, and especially Islip. And with her work ethic and how she relates to different, the community, different associations, it's just a win-win-win for all of us. And I like to be the first one to say Angie's back in Islip. So thank you and congratulations.
Thank you, John. Well, as I said, it's probably one of the worst kept secrets in Islip and certainly in Suffolk County. And while I'm not 100% sure of how this vote will go this evening, I'm relatively confident that your next supervisor in the town of Islip will be Angie Carpenter. Angie.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Well, standing there listening to all of those very kind words, very gracious words, very generous words, it really touches my heart. And I feel like I'm coming back home. Yes, have been in the legislature nearly 13 years and represented the western part of the town of Islip and also the Brentwood community. And then after I left the legislature, went on to the treasurer's office. It's giving me a different level of expertise when it comes to finances. I'm looking at things so far differently than you do when you're just one person, one member of a legislative body. But listening to everything that's been said here, I sense a genuineness, a real love for this town, and I share that. And I can't tell you how excited I am to be working with this group of elected officials who really, really care about what they do. Individually, they bring so much to the table, and collectively, we are going to do so much for the residents of this town. I've worked in my role as the treasurer with the Office of Tax Receiver with Alexis, and I've worked with 9 other tax receivers, and I can tell you we are very lucky here in the town of Islip. And that certainly bears for the clerk's office, Olga Murray, and the wonderful job that she's doing. And I, again, am very, very excited. I'm humbled. I'm so very grateful to be coming home. And as Councilman Sem said, in the coming days, weeks, we will be having other events like this where we will be sharing my plan, but it's really our plan for the future of this great and wonderful town. Thank you so much for coming out here today.
Unfortunately, Angie's duties as Suffolk County Treasurer call her to leave rather quickly. She's got some meetings with that job still. So thank you very much for coming. We look forward to setting forth some of Angie's plans in the near future.
Oh, I'm just absolutely thrilled. It is very, very humbling to have the outpouring of support, certainly not only from the members of the town board, but also the community. I've had people reach up to me, you know, at the Y and the supermarket and say, you know, as all of the conversations were going on about this, you know, I hope you're going to do it. We need you in the town of Islip. So that encouragement has really, really been heartwarming, and I'm really looking forward to it.